Let's start with the ricotta. Cominciamo con la ricotta. We need to drain out the liquid so it doesn't make our cannoli soggy when they're filled. Dobbiamo scolare il liquido così la ricotta non inzupperà I cannoli quando saranno riempiti. I left this in a light cotton pillowcase to drain overnight, but I think you could also just give it a good squeeze. Ho lasciato la ricotta in una federa leggera di cotone per farla scolare tutta la notte, ma secondo me potreste darle anche solo una bella strizzata. I don't know why, but I find the sound of the milk dripping from the cotton so pleasing. Non so perché, ma trovo lo sgocciolare del latte dal cotone molto piacevole. Now I'm making my cannoli dough. Ora preparo l'impasto per I cannoli. Flour, cacao, salt and cinnamon are sifted. Farina, cacao, sale e cannella sono passati al setaccio. Many Italians put cacao in to give it a slightly darker color and subtle chocolate flavor, but with this quantity you barely notice it. It's really subtle. Tanti italiani mettono del cacao, ma con queste quantità il sapore è molto delicato, quasi quasi non te ne accorgi neanche, però rende I cannoli un pochino più scuri. We also add some sugar. Aggiungiamo anche dello zucchero. Now, traditionally, you should use lard, but I thought, how many of you are going to have access to lard? So I'm making it with butter. La tradizione sarebbe di usare lo strutto, però ho pensato che non tutti lo trovereste facilmente e quindi lo preparo con il burro. You just want to work the pieces of butter in with your fingers. Dovete solo lavorare I pezzi di burro con le dita, until it looks like this. Finché non sarà così. Take an egg, prendete un uovo. I always crack my egg into a cup first, just to check it's okay. Io rompo sempre le uova in una tazza prima per controllare se sono ok. I add white wine vinegar. Aggiungo aceto di vino bianco. And marsala. E marsala. It's marsala and vinegar that will make them bubble on the outside when they're cooking. Sono il marsala e l'aceto che producono le bolle all'esterno in cottura. Now I just work it all together with my hand to form a ball of dough. Ora amalgamo tutto con una mano per creare una palla di impasto. And I knead it for about 10 minutes. E lo lavoro per circa 10 minuti. I leave it to rest covered for about an hour. Lo lascio a riposare coperto per un'oretta. I'd like to say a little hello to Joe Del Vecchio, who I hope is watching with his daughter Sharon. Vorrei salutare Joe Del Vecchio, che spero stia guardando con la sua figlia Sharon. Now for the filling. Ora il ripieno. Our ricotta is drained. La nostra ricotta è sgocciolata. I add icing sugar. Aggiungo lo zucchero a velo. Cinnamon, cannella, orange zest, la scorza di arancia, vaniglia. Thank you to the family who gifted me this vanilla extract. Grazie alla famiglia che mi ha regalato questo estratto di vaniglia. And we stir well. E mescoliamo bene. and lots of chocolate chips e tante gocce di cioccolato. Now I take the dough, and seeing as my pasta machine is up at the house in Florence, I'm rolling it with a rolling pin.
Prendo l'impasto e siccome la mia macchina per la pasta è su nella casa a Firenze, lo stenderò col mattarello.
It has to be super thin for the cannolo to be light and crisp.
Deve essere sottile per un cannolo leggero e croccante.
With dough of any kind, you want to avoid the amount of time it's in contact with the air, so I halve my dough and put the rest under this tea towel, which was a gift from a lovely viewer named Loredana. If you don't have a rolling pin, you could easily do this with a wine bottle, which is how I made pasta for myself in Sicily at the end of the episode with Brian. My parents watch these episodes and they always say, "Oh, Kylie, everyone must think you do this only for the video, but little do they know you cook like this all the time just for yourself." And it's true. If I feel like everything else in my life is out of my control and exhausting or stressful, or I might just have really bad stomach cramps, I just always look to the kitchen as the place where I feel calm, and I can trust that with just my two hands, all is possible. I work really long hours every day of the week, and editing alone takes about 40 to 50 hours per episode. And then there's filming on top of that. But the way I de-stress is cooking. It's fine if you look at this and think, so much work, I couldn't be bothered. I'm sure you have something else that gives you that similar freedom to surrender almost to autopilot and give your brain time to wander. Maybe it's driving to work in the morning, your hands so confident and familiar on the steering wheel as you turn down the streets you know so well. Maybe it's running and feeling your legs launch easily into the rhythm of your music. Maybe you're patting repeated circles on the back of a sleeping baby as you walk it around the bedroom by moonlight. Perhaps you're protecting plants and pulling soft green weeds from a garden bed one after another. Maybe you're slipping dishes into warm soapy water, and you know that soon you will feel pleased and calm with a clean and tidy sink. The point is to see the serenity in familiar, repeated movements, when we feel sure and patient and breathe a little deeper, knowing that this is the one part of our day in which we know what to do. And it's not a significant activity. There is barely any decision making. You just surrender to the repetition. We put the frying oil on the stove. Mettiamo l'olio per friggere sul fuoco. You will need a cooking thermometer to check that the temperature of the oil is 180 degrees Celsius.
Avrete bisogno di un termometro da cucina per controllare che la temperatura dell'olio sia di 180 gradi.
It's important that the cannoli rest to dry out a little before cooking.
È importante che i cannoli si secchino un pochino all'aria prima di cuocere.
Dormi puzza con l'angelito, dormi e riposa di quando il lavoro. Oh, dormi bella, fai lavoro. Se di luce dorme e riposa di quando il lavoro. Oh, dormi bello.
Com'è?
Buono?
When we went back to Florence, Guido's father showed me a whole closet full of old photos of the property and all the work they've done over the years. I come from a family of sailors who are constantly nomadic or dreaming of the next trip, but I really, really love the epic history that exists in Guido's family. I find it so beautiful to think that there are families like this in Italy who, for sentimental reasons, simply would never sell no matter what. The challenge, however, for many Italian families with historic houses is that they are just so complicated and expensive to maintain that you kind of need to work on them full time. And that is essentially what we're here to do while we wait for the construction of the chicken coop to begin. The builders for the chicken coop cannot arrive just yet. However, we have lots of things to do in the main house, including the floors. Now, the terracotta floors are an iconic part of historic Tuscan homes, but they require waxing, which I have been charged with this coming weekend. According to Guido's mother, this is back-breaking work, so she says be prepared to have aches all over your body, on your knees, your back, everything. But this has to be done to protect the terracotta.
Come sai bene, il cotto è un materiale poroso, quindi quando viene fatto è perfettamente impermeabile, quindi it can get stained on everything. So you need to trattarlo with wax or special liquids in order to make it impermeabile, sostanzialmente per far sì che i pori si riempiono e non si macchia.
Sì.
Che è successo? Se non lo scaldavagno su, quindi si è allagata tutta la stanza dove il cotto era già trattato, e questo aveva fatto mia madre con esisto, con la cera marrone, tutto fatto a mano, la cera solida, un lavoro pazzesco più di 20 anni fa. È venuta l'acqua e ha portato via tutta la cera, quindi dobbiamo in qualche maniera salvare questa cosa. Vedi? E ora, qui è trattato la cera, quindi se ci finisce il caffè, per esempio, non si macchia. Qui se ci finisce qualsiasi cosa si macchia. Però capite, i pavimenti antichi hanno quell'effetto bello perché sono 50, 100, 200 anni, continua a dargli la cera,
Sì.
e piano piano si crea tutta quelle sfumature che sono belle, insomma. E questa è una vecchia stalla, mio padre veniva da giovane qua, dormiva sopra e sentiva sotto i cavalli facendo clop, clop, clop.
Sì.
Tutti i ganci.
Oh yeah. That's where the animals were on those rings.
Sì, erano legati ai cavalli.
This looks nice. No?
Sì, bisogna vedere dopo quando è lucidato l'effetto fa.
Okay, well, I'll begin on this if you want to go back to pruning the trees.
Sì, prendi uno straccetto,
Sì.
If you remember last episode, we took down all the shutters of the main house and Agisto was going to paint them blue during the week while we were back in Florence. Well, they're not all finished, so I can't show you the final reveal, but I do have a sneak peek for you. We were a little worried that they might be too bright, but Guido says that everything here fades dramatically because of all the sunshine, so that's something to keep in mind.
Buongiorno. So we just had a look at the shutters and they're amazing. They're so beautiful. No? I love them. Non sei convinto?
No, bisogna vedere com'è l'effetto finale.
What are you doing with those pitchforks? Dove vai?
Servono a uso.
Ah, sì. No, look at them. They're beautiful. Guido is still, because he's different from me in that he always says to me, I can't visualize things, so he needs to see them, whereas I obviously, that's my specialty, visualizing things that don't yet exist, but so he wants to see them up on the house. I think it's gonna look great. Let's see there.
Adorabile amor, you and me. È incredibile ancor questa felicità che la vita ci dà, solo nostra sarà. You and me, quando l'alba verrà. Quando il sole cadrà, sempre insieme così, dolcemente così, you and me, irresistibilmente tu mi piaci, e finalmente mia sei qui, you and me, adorabile amor.
Okay, this is it. La prova degli scuri?
Sì, la prova del 9.
La prova del blu. Blu dipinto di blu.
and me.
Sì. Questo c'è un vento maledetto oggi. Allora, questo è
Look at this view.
il cielo.
Oh no.
No, but this it seems like.
L'ho fatto io?
No, questi li ho postati io. E vabbè, si ritoccherà quando.
Oh, then it's rustic. We can see it.
Rustic.
Rustic.
Sorry, I'm being stupid. I don't know what side.
Ah.
Quello in su, quindi questo va così. Ok, perfetto. Che pesano.
So he tied little ribbons on all of them so we knew which one goes with which window. So it's... Because how many are there in total?
These two of this type. The other one's 4. No, pesa troppo.
No, can I help you now?
Sì, mi deve aiutare.
Sì? Ok.
No, sopra, lassù.
Su, ok.
Lassù.
Sì.
Si deve vedere che c'è il tribù.
Sì. Ancora più vicino al muro. Bravo, perfetto. Perfect. Down.
No, fai così, vediamo se si chiude il dito. Lascia. Vai.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Ah, look. Oh, you pinned it. Oh, well.
Sì, non è per il cervento, non li spaccano.
Oh, look at that. Look, it's just echoing the color of the sky. It's... Oh. Bello. Okay, sorry.
No, li fai.
No, va benissimo. Cioè, vado giù? Or you need my help?
Questi grossi mi devi aiutare.
Ok, va bene.
Da solo non mi riesce. Con te levarli un contenuti.
Certo.
Perché non riesco a avere 3 mani.
Arrivo. Ah! No!
You and me. Adorabile
Don!
Si on anche giù, amore. Ecco, così ci
No,
siamo.
it's not on.
Don't pull with your right hand. Use only your left. I'm keeping the weight.
Ok.
You do, no, su, te lavora sul basso.
Sì, ma guarda su, cioè non... It doesn't go... Amore, it's upside down. No?
Yes. It goes the other side, sorry. That's why I didn't go. No, I was right. No, it's right.
See?
Yes, it's right, because this must be down.
Ok.
Ok. Puoi venire anche qui da...
Sì.
I'm okay here.
I'm not okay, almost okay. Yes!
Okay.
Many people were asking if I sponged this room, but actually no, it was Guido's mother, because this was Guido and his brother Nicolo's childhood room.
That's hedgy.
Hedgy.
Yeah, we had a hedgehog.
Ah, sì?
Yeah, my mother painted it.
Hedgy. Guido's mother is an incredibly talented artist. It's beautiful, amore. What do you think?
It's a big change.
Big change, good change, or?
I have to get used to changes.
You have to get you.
I have to get used to it. Probabilmente più... Sai, il colore scuro è meno colore è quello, quindi you want to try the closed version?
Yes, 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 please. No, bellissimo.
Ta-da!
Ancora.
Ta-da!
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons who support my work. By the way, a lot of my letters and cards have gone out to my patrons, but I'm still writing them. I'm still getting through them. It takes a long time, so I hope you'll have patience, and I hope you'll come back next week because Guido and I are making something quite exciting, and it will be online next Friday. Please give this video a little like, a little thumbs up, and I will see you down in the comments section. Thank you so much for all the support that you leave me. It really does mean so much.